Hey everybody, this is Jessica Lightheart, aka the Earth Lady, and we are here again today for part 2. Have you lost enough yet? That's the title of this video. And we are working on still quitting smoking, so it's getting there. But the question I have for you is, have you lost enough yet? Isn't it time for us all to wake up, to find ourselves, to shine, to love each other, to come together in community and happiness? Aren't you tired of being sick and tired? Isn't it time that don't you feel like it's time to be happy, to enjoy your life? These are good questions, and the reason I'm asking these questions is because we have nothing but time on our hands right now. And my connection's going to be funny, so the internet highway is quite busy, almost standstill traffic. So stick with us and let's get through this, shall we? Okay, so we're supposed to be America, land of the free. Free to have our own opinions, free to pick what job we want, free to do things that other countries don't get to do. There are a lot of countries that are sending their children all by themselves to our country because they want their children to be free. And yet, America is having this crazy issue going on. And there are a lot of places where we're confined to our homes. Now they're saying that the viruses are being spread by gas pumps and doorknobs and okay, so here's my point. Guys, seriously, we're not ignorant. We're very smart and educated people. Do I believe that we rely on the internet and our technology too much? Yes, I do. But that's my belief. One of the things I have done is stopped watching TV. It's extremely important to stop watching TV. Stop all the negative that you're watching, because everything that you hear and see that's negative, you watch the news and the news tells you about people in floods or people getting robbed or somebody getting shot. Those are all negative things. And then your brain gets in this mode of fear. Oh my God, if I do this, then I'm going to get shot. If I go here, then I might get robbed because somebody else just got robbed. Those are all fears. Fear is nothing more than false evidence appearing real. It's a lot of extremely negative things. And we need to learn to eliminate those from our lives. So definitely stop watching some of this TV. I know we have a lot of spare time on our hands, but there's so many other things we can be doing. Start learning something. Find something that you haven't learned about yet. For me, I'm the Earth Lady. So there's a lot of things that I'm learning about growing things and living off of the land. I've learned throughout my lifetime how to do things with cars too. But if you ask me to weld, I'll look at you like I'm stupid because I've never had that opportunity. I have not yet learned to weld. Okay? I know friends that do welding for a living, which is fantastic. And so when it comes time for me to do something like that, then I do have people around or people that I can contact that will give me the information and the tips and teach me what I need to know to do the job correctly and properly to succeed. We have the world at our fingertips. We have all these smart gadgets and these tablets and all this fun stuff, electronics. We need to start utilizing them and making them our robots, not us their robots. Stop jumping to it every time it jingles and start making it work for you. It's time for us to use our electronics and gadgets to actually learn. Put them to use in a positive way. If you're going to be on the internet scrolling around, looking at everybody's pages and the news feed, limit your time. Don't sit on the internet for hours on end looking at what all's going on and who's complaining about what. Do one better. If you're going to be on the internet, give people compliments. Encourage them. You see someone's having a bad day, I'm sorry to hear about that, but I'll send you positive vibes and prayers. Is there anything I can do to help you? Perhaps what you're going through right now is something that I've already personally experienced myself. Or maybe one of your friends has already experienced it. You know, we have to come together, pull together, and become a community again. We need to be supporting each other, learning from each other. Figure out what exactly it is that you want out of life. And don't let anybody stop you. Okay? Eliminate all that negative. Put up a shield. You know, become a warrior. Put up that shield and don't let the negative. If somebody calls me complaining, you got 10 seconds to finish complaining, and then we're going to talk positive, or I have to let you go. Because I can't have you contaminating my positivity with your sad, sappy story. If you talk to any of my clients will tell you I have a pretty strict register that we go by. The first couple of seconds, you get the opportunity to tell me what's going on with your life, and you get to complain to me. And then after that, we feel it, we deal with it, and we move on. We don't linger in our pity party. We are not stagnant water here at the Earth Ladies Adventures. Relentless growth has no room for stagnant water. If you think about it, what happens when you have a cup of water and you let it sit long enough? It starts turning colors, it smells, it draws bugs. It'll stain your cups or whatever is holding that water. See, these are all things that we just take for granted anymore. And we have to learn to keep going. You know, there's a lot of times, recently I haven't been doing a lot of videos because I'm dealing with my own life. And I'm making the decisions and taking the steps I need to take in order to get to the next level in my progress. Life is nothing more than progress. If you haven't already heard about the Dash, then you should really check out my YouTube channel and look up the Dash. It'll give you a whole nother perspective on life. Life is way too short. We're not guaranteed tomorrow. We're losing people left and right. You're losing your friends, your family, people in other places because of this virus. Who cares about the virus? People die every day. What are you going to do? This is just a wake-up call for us to say, okay, now we need to pay attention. Now we need to start thinking about how are we going about living life happy and free and still be healthy. I mean, if you ask the Earth Lady will tell you first thing you need to do is go get you an orange, cut that sucker in half and rub it all over your counter, and wipe it down with some water so it's not sticky. Or a lime, or a lemon, something citrusy, because citrus is acid and it kills a lot of the germs. If you want to know how filthy your air is, cut an onion and stick it in the corner of a room somewhere and let it sit for a day or two. And watch and see how dark and disgusting it turns. Don't let it sit there until it molds, but let it sit there for a couple hours and go back and look at that onion. It will disgust you at how dark it will turn, because an onion, after it's been sliced, absorbs germs and contamination. So if you leave that onion sitting around for a little bit, and you go back and you look at it, you're going to see it is disgusting looking. And then you'll realize how much gross, disgusting things are in your ear on a daily basis, you know. So we need to go about things in a smarter way. We need to start addressing things from a different angle. Like I said, go get you a lemon, a lime, an orange, something citrusy. Cut it in half, rub it on your counter, wipe it down with some water so it's not sticky and doesn't draw ants. And there you've got a clean surface. It really comes down to, we've gotten so stuck in evolution and all of our smart gadgets that we have lost a lot of our organic and old-fashioned ways. And yet those were the ones that were the best. I mean, if you think back a couple hundred years ago, people weren't allergic to peanut butter. People weren't lactose intolerant. Now, I'm not saying there's something wrong with you if that's the case. I'm saying that it's time for us to take a look at what's going on in this world, not just this virus. Take a look at what evolution has really, how far we've gotten with it. Conversations is a huge one. How many of us have lost personal conversations because we don't go out to coffee anymore? We just text. I'll send her a message. I'll send her a message. Myron, yes, you're right. It comes down to being self-sufficient. Exactly. It comes down to, we need to start taking care of ourselves and provide for ourselves. You know, this whole toilet paper thing has got me on a rolling thunder. I mean, I laugh so hard because everybody's worried about toilet paper, when that should really be the last of your concerns. Just saying. What did people do before we had toilet paper? How did people do everyday living? How did people live on a daily basis without toilet paper? How did people live before we had electricity? If you really want to go back, throw these young ones around a little, ask them to put their phone down for a while. Or go back to the dial tones, where you got to dial the number with the rotary phones. Most of our kids these days will look at you and say, what the hell is that? Because they have no clue. You know, I'm even guilty for saying it because I use the Google. Google set an alarm for such and such time from now, so that I don't have to actually get up and go set an alarm and then come back and then go and get the alarm. You know, we rely on our gadgets so much and we're losing everything. Humans are withering away to be robots for the pure fact that we rather use this gizmo or gadget than get out there and do something. Now, I'm not saying go out there and cut the grass with scissors. Yes, I would agree that it's quite a wise idea to use a lawnmower with gas to propel it, to cut your lawn, especially if you have a big one. It could take quite a while. But, you know, we have to really start being able to support ourselves. Growing our own food is just the beginning. Supporting each other, encouraging each other. Aren't you tired of having something jingle and you run to see what friend said who? And I said that backwards, but still. Which one of my friends or family just jingled me? Oh no, I gotta go. I gotta get my jingle. No. It's like a message machine. Leave a message and I'll call you back. It's time for us to stop relying on our electronics and start becoming more of a community. We're losing everything. We've got children on their gizmos playing games. When was the last time you sat down and colored a coloring book with your children? or just colored a coloring book in general. Enjoy life. Be creative. You know? I mean, first thing I got down here is stop watching TV. And then stop feeding into the negative vibes. Stop feeding into people. Don't stop letting them complain and drop all their worries on you, and then they leave. You know, don't have your friends call you up and say, "Oh, my life is miserable," wah, 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 and then hang up. Because that's not the kind of people you want to surround yourself with. I personally surround myself with people who are positive, that not only believe in me, but I believe in them. Yes, I'll listen to how your life is going and how it seems to be quite a terrible thing at this present moment. And then we stop that and we think about, we'll sit and we'll conversate on how to make it better. What things can we do to change it, to make it better, to get more control over our lives? If you've ever seen my video where I was telling you guys how I got stranded on the highway right after we moved down here to Tennessee, we got a flat tire. We knew no one. His brother was 3 towns away. And it was evening time on the highway. Now I had 2 choices. I could totally flip my shit and freak out. Oh my God, we've got a flat tire. We don't know anybody. We're stranded. Ah! Or, okay, it's a flat tire. Not a big deal. Everybody gets flat tires. It's part of maintaining your car. If you drive it too much, of course you're going to wear down the tires, and sooner or later you'll get a flat tire. But what are you going to do? Are you going to freak? Or are you going to take a deep breath? Except that it's just another experience. Take the time to decide, what are my options? What's the best option to go on? And start there. It's really quite simple. It's similar to making a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, okay? And my connection seems to be really shitty right now, so it's disappointing me. But we're not going to stop, and I'm not going to give up. Because I'm relentless. I will continue to keep fighting and keep fighting until the day my clock stops ticking. I will keep inspiring. I will keep adding value to others, and I will keep encouraging them and be there on their side. I will be your cheerleader. Because that's what we're all supposed to do. We're supposed to help each other, love each other, support each other, encourage each other, cheer each other on. You know, the other day I was mowing the yard, and it's been quite a long time since I've used a push mower to mow the yard, and we live in the mountains, so it's quite hilly. And it came to the time for me to mow the hill. And it's quite a steep hill, and I looked at the neighbor and I said, "It's just like Thomas the Train. I think I can, I think I can, I think I can." He thought he could, he thought he could, he thought he could. He did it. He did it. Yes, he did. He did it. It might not have been perfect, but by golly, yes, I did. I took a good run at it, and I got up that hill, and I did as much as I possibly could before my arms just wouldn't do no more. Which means, yes, I still have a little bit of the hill yet to continue to do. The downside to that is that right now we are in raining weather, and you can't mow in the rain, so I'll have to wait. But bet you by golly, I will be going back, and I will continue to mow that yard until that yard is fully, completely done. This is a recession, be ready. Hi, okay, yes, yeah, you need to prepare, you know. We're so reliant on all the things that we have that we've lost reality and connection to the world and all that it has to offer us. And hello, Paula, it's good to see you, sweetie. I hope you're doing good today. So I'm on a roll with these videos. I've got lots of notes, and since we have nothing but spare time and it's raining, I choose to let the dogs out periodically and not let them bring all that lovely red/orange clay mud into my home. It stains everything. If you've never been to Tennessee, don't wear white socks if you're going to walk in the sand. Down here we have orange clay and it stains. It's a mess. Dirt ain't got nothing on orange clay, okay? But still, staying positive. So once you have stopped watching the news and you stop feeding into all of the negativity around you, then you start living and enjoying your life. Like I said in the previous video today, you do the I ams and the thank yous. Thank you for today being awake. Hope all is well with you. Yes, all is well with us as well. Thank you. But you do your thank yous first thing when you wake up. Thank you for another day that I have to live on this planet. Thank you that I have air in my lungs. Thank you that I have arms and legs to be able to get out of bed. Some of us don't. Thank you that I have eyes to be able to see my surroundings. Thank you that I have ears to hear my fish tank babble. I mean, I can go on and on with the thank yous forever because I've got a lot to be grateful for. And then you start with the I ams. I am strong. I am a positive person. I'm a good person. I'm a loving and caring person. I am happy. I'm healthy. I am wealthy. And remember, when you say I am wealthy, wealthy is quite a tricky word. Sometimes you might have to actually break it down a little bit more, because I might not be financially wealthy right this moment, but I am wealthy. I have an abundance of a lot of things, one of them being ink pens, another of them being crystals and rocks that I live with. Another one that I have an abundance of is animals. I'm grateful that I have animals that love me unconditionally, the same way that I love them. You know, there's a lot that you have to take the time and focus on. And like I said again, limit your time on the TV, limit your time on the internet. Get connected to the earth and your surroundings. Get connected to yourself. You know, find out who you are. We have this spare time. It's time that we have plenty of time right now to do whatever we want. Sit down for a couple minutes and write down all the things you have, all the things that you're thankful for, all the things you want to do with your life. Because we're still alive, so we might as well make a bucket list. What do we want out of life? What kinds of things would we like to experience? How would we like to be a bigger, better, productive member of society and encourage others, help others? You know, we actually have a month that they classify as Suicide Month. You know, and that just dumbfounds me. That we have an actual full month. And that's it. You know, just like cancer. We have a month for cancer. What happened to just supporting each other every single day instead of just 1 or 2 days out of the year? Or a month out of the year? You know, just because that month is over doesn't mean that that person with cancer doesn't still have cancer. Just because Suicide Month is over doesn't mean that there are not still people out there that don't realize how valuable their life is and how miserable the ones that are around them would be without them. You do matter. All of my videos, I say that. You do matter. You are someone. And you matter. Our job is not just to stay alive ourselves, but our job is to help others stay alive and find the happiness and the positive out of life. To be grateful for the little things. I have an ink pen and it's out of ink, but I haven't thrown it away because it's got a perfectly good stylus that I can use for quite a while. So it's a double purpose. Just because one purpose doesn't work doesn't mean you can't use the other one. And then you repurpose it. Now, with a pen, there's not much to repurpose. Maybe making a dress out of it or something. I've seen a couple of girls made dresses out of Sharpies, which was quite interesting. But just saying, you know, stay positive. Find out who you are. What are the things you like to do? What things make you happy? What things bring joy to you? Find them and share them with others. You know, in my last video, or the comment I posted on earlier, one of the ladies said that she's got tulips starting to come up. And she's excited to see what color they are going to be this year, because each year they're different. Tulips just happen to be my favorite flower. I love tulips. They're gorgeous. And they have such a beautiful scent. So, just a couple things for you to look over and think about. Let's see, get connected to the earth. Find out who you are yourself. And how you can be a more positive part of this decade. And that was the microphone drop. I've seen enough of it, I figured, why not? Anyways, so yeah, find things that you can do to help. Now, I know a lot of people right now are confined to their homes, and everybody's worried about germs. But there are so many things out there that can help prevent you from getting sick, that can help build your immune system. I mean, we really do need to go back to the basics. Plant-based products, more organic, less preservatives, less chemicals added, less pesticides, for crying out loud. You know, I mean, last year they had this big thing that I had a bunch of people telling me, oh, I seen on TV that the honeybees are about to be extinct. Yeah, they are. Guess what? So are humans. If we don't wake up and stop allowing our freedom, our opinions, our lives to be taken from us, we're nothing more. We're no better than the gadget that we carry in our pocket that jingles. We're no better than an electronic. And I'm sorry to have to tell you this, but we need to wake up, because life is not us being a bunch of robots. Life is about love and helping each other, sticking together, supporting each other, being a community. It really refers right back to that same song that I posted earlier today as well. We are the world. Together we stand, divided we fall. It's one of the sayings that we as Americans say quite frequently. And yet, how many of you are standing next to your neighbor? How many of you are helping someone out because they're out of toilet paper? Really, guys? Really? You're more worried about toilet paper than vitamins in the vitamin aisle? Now, me being the Earth Lady, I'm not so keen on the whole man-made products, especially not prescriptions, but that's just my opinion. You're in such a hurry and you're so worried about running out of toilet paper that you forgot to get your daily vitamins. You forgot to get candles in case you never have electricity again. Just a little small mental note, if you don't have candles and you have crayons around, you can light a crayon and it will burn for up to 7 minutes. Look it up. Don't take my word for it. But look it up. There are other things you can use to create fire if necessary. It's good to know that you're not afraid to say what needs to be said. I'm glad that someone is doing it. Run for president. Oh, honey, no. I'm not even anywhere near running for president. Personally, I don't believe that that would be a good idea. However, I do have a lot to say, yes. I do appreciate your input and your comments. I have a YouTube channel you can check out as well, the Relentless Growth YouTube channel. And I do a lot of this for a living, but I speak from experience. I speak from my heart. I speak from all the things that I used to dream about when I was a child and how I've seen the world fall apart. It might sound crazy, but that's okay. I'm not worried about sounding crazy because I know what I know, and I know I'm not crazy. I know that if we as humans don't come together and love each other and support each other, you might as well just kiss the world goodbye now. Our lives are so valuable. Please take the time and utilize your gadgets to learn how to survive. Because you never know when all of this is going to be gone. I don't take one single day for granted. Every day I learn something new. I learn how to keep providing for myself and for my animals. No matter how hard it gets, no matter what, no matter how crazy this crap is going on, it ain't gonna get me down. Because I am somebody and I matter. And all of those that are out there watching, all of those that understand what I'm saying, all of those that have been in this position before, you are someone and you matter. It's about damn time we take a stand and start loving each other. We are the world. Now, are we going to be big enough to grab our balls and stand up for this world and support it and protect it? Or are we going to wear our balls on our back and let somebody else take care of it for us? Because we got to run. We got to do something besides help. Honestly, life is worth more. As you see, we have a new snot rag. Not because we're out of toilet paper, because we have toilet paper, but because I refuse to use paper to blow my nose. Back in the old days, they had hankies. They carried them in their pocket. These days, you tell somebody you got a hanky in your pocket, they're going to say, what, you got a pocket full of snot? Yeah, I guess I do. Thank God we got soap and water. We will also be without gas, electric, phones, and water. Yeah. Someday. Looks like it's coming upon us quicker than we expect. But what are you going to do without it? How are you going to stay connected? What I will tell you is I am Jessica Lightheart. I am AKA the Earth Lady. So when shit really does hit the fan and you're with all of that stuff, I'm in Eastern Tennessee, 20 minutes from Knoxville. Find me. I'll help keep you alive. I'll teach you how to grow crops off of the land. I'll teach you how to purify water. I'll teach you how to recycle. There's a lot of things I know. And I can share all of that information with you. If you're more interested in that, you can always check out the Earth Lady Gone Green and the Earth Lady's Adventures. I'm still working on trying to figure out how to make a secondary YouTube channel for that, because I don't want to have the Relentless Growth merged in with the Earth Lady. Not everybody is into growing things and just wants inspiration. Not everybody wants the inspiration and just wants to learn how to grow some tomatoes. Or whatever the case may be. It's all up to you. This is all your choice. With that being said, I'm Jessica Lightheart, aka the Earth Lady. I'll always be here to support you in any way, shape, or form I possibly can. I thank you all for tuning in. I will be making this into a YouTube video, so please like my video, share it with all your friends and family. I guess they got this new thing called watch parties. If you feel this is interesting or useful, helpful in any way, shape, or form, start a watch party. Check out the Relentless Growth YouTube channel. Like it and subscribe. There's plenty of other ones. Thank you again. I hope you all have a safe and fantastic Saturday. May the universe be with you. We'll see you again soon. Ciao now.